Hi and welcome to SQE Success, your pathway to becoming an English solicitor. In this video, we'll explore two questions involving burglary, a topic in criminal law under FLK2. Let's dive in. A passenger on a cruise ship notices that another passenger's cabin door has been left slightly open. Knowing he has no permission to enter, he goes inside intending to look for valuables. Once inside, he sees a mobile phone on a table, takes it, and returns to his cabin. What offense, if any, has he committed? A. Theft only, because a cabin on a ship cannot be treated as a building or part of a building for burglary. B. Burglary, because he entered as a trespasser and then committed theft inside the cabin. C. Burglary, but only if he intended to steal the phone before entering the cabin. D. Theft only, because entering through an already open door is not sufficient entry for burglary. E. Burglary only if the owner of the phone was present in the cabin when the phone was taken. The best answer is B. To prove burglary under Section 9(1)(b) of the Theft Act, the prosecution must show that the defendant entered a building or part of a building, as a trespasser, and stole, attempted to steal, or inflicted or attempted to inflict grievous bodily harm after entering. Why is the cabin treated as a building? For burglary, the term building is interpreted broadly. The Theft Act expressly extends burglary to include an inhabited vehicle or vessel. A cruise ship is a vessel, and an occupied passenger cabin forms part of that inhabited vessel. Therefore, the cabin can be treated as a building or part of a building for the purposes of burglary. Question 2. Late one night on a cruise ship, a passenger becomes intoxicated and mistakenly enters another passenger's cabin through an unlocked door, genuinely believing it to be his own cabin. He is looking for his mobile phone. Inside, he sees a mobile phone on a table that is the same color and model as his own. Believing the phone belongs to him, he picks it up and leaves the cabin. Which of the following best describes his criminal liability? A. He is guilty of burglary because he entered another passenger's cabin and removed property belonging to that passenger. B. He is guilty of theft because voluntary intoxication cannot negate the dishonesty required for theft. C. He is not guilty of theft or burglary because his honest belief that the cabin and the phone were his prevents the required mens rea for either offense. D. He is guilty of theft only because a cabin on a cruise ship cannot be treated as a building or part of a building for the purposes of burglary. E. He is guilty of burglary because entering a cabin without permission is sufficient to make him a trespasser, regardless of his mistaken belief. The best answer is C. The man honestly believed that he was entering his own cabin, and the phone belonged to him. As a result, he lacks the dishonesty required for theft, and he does not believe he is trespassing, so he lacks the mens rea required for burglary. An honest mistake, even if caused by intoxication, may prevent the prosecution from proving the required mental element of the offense. Both questions involve a passenger entering another person's cruise ship cabin and taking a mobile phone. The crucial difference is mens rea. In question 1, the defendant knows he is trespassing and knows the phone belongs to someone else, so the elements of burglary are satisfied. In question 2, the defendant honestly believes both that the cabin is his and that the phone is his, so the prosecution cannot prove the dishonesty required for theft or the trespass element required for burglary. Targeting a pass in the upcoming SQE1? Knowing the law is one thing, navigating the SQE's tricky logic is another. Our question bank bridges that gap. We offer over 600 rigorous MCQs across FLK1 and FLK2, specifically designed to mirror the actual exam's difficulty. No surprises on exam day, just preparation. Test the quality of our questions today and see the difference for yourself. Start your free mini-mock by scanning the QR code here. Turn your ambition into qualification. Begin your SQE journey to become an English solicitor.